Alright everybody, my name is Daddy, my channel is Learning How to Law, and my goal is to hopefully teach somebody out there that we all have rights that are guaranteed to us, okay? It doesn't matter where you live in the world, you are protected by law, okay? If you get in trouble somewhere, you are protected by law. If somebody hurts you, causes you harm, whether it's financial, physical, mental, emotional, legal, right? Like there's like 7 or 8 different types of harm, right? If somebody causes harm to you, that's right, baby, you tell them, then you have rights that are guaranteed to you. So what I'm going to do now is, I apologize. I haven't made any videos the last week because I've been waiting to speak with officers. One second. Let me go close this door. Hold on. Okay, sorry. I had to go close that door because my bird heard me talk. I've been quiet and they've been chill, but yeah, he heard me talk and he knows I'm in the house now, so they're trying to get me in the room. But I've been typing all day. I've got a couple documents in here. One is I think it's 34 pages long. The other one is 27 pages long, right? I just sent them to Internal Affairs, right? Why, do you ask? Well, for the last week, I've been dealing with this. So this is why it's so very important for you to know your rights, for you to understand your rights, and for you to stand up for your rights, okay? Now, again, my family and I, we are from Colorado. That's where we live. That's where our home is. That's where we're trying to get back to, right? I'm stuck here in Idaho while everyone's over there because, again, we got screwed over by a bunch of people here in Idaho, police especially. But this is what happens when your local police don't want to do their job, okay? I'm going to show you very specifically, okay? Because, again, we have rights that are guaranteed to us. And if you don't know your rights, then you're not going to be able to stand up for your rights. So we are specifically from Colorado Springs. There's an issue going on with our HOA. Remember, if you guys have not already done... Oh, I'll pull it up for you. 1 second. Hold on. I hit the wrong thing. Okay, so I'm trying to view the channel. There we go. All right. Ooh, we're up to 79 subscribers. Let's go. I love that. Thank you, everybody. I didn't realize that. I thought we were still around 60s, maybe low 70s. I didn't realize we're almost at 80 now. That's awesome. Let me find the video for you because it was made a while back. It's talking about HOAs are scams. In that video, I show you the full phone call with the HOA representative. Oh, right here. So, HOAs are scams, right? I'm like, right? HOAs are scams. It's a 13-minute video. In here, the first 7 minutes of it is the full phone call with their representative, Pat. So thank you to the 20 people who've seen it so far. That one, like I said, no one really cares about HOA. So if it's happening to you, you need to go watch it, right? Because again, it's happening to us, so it's happening to you. Okay. This is my video. This is not going to be a short. So in that video, I show you that the customer service representative that works for the HOA states that we have not broken any laws, we have not broken any policies, we have not broken anything at all. There's no complaint in the system whatsoever, and yet we continue to get letters from the committee managers specifically stating that there are violations, and because of the violations, we are going to charge you fees or take your property unless you do something specific, right? We're going to give you until this date, and if you do not do this, we will do this, right? So do this or else, right? That's a threat. You cannot threaten people, right? It's different if there was a violation in the system, like, yeah, they sent pictures, this is what the picture looks like, this is the documentation of the picture, like, you know, your house, you put a solar panel up on your house and the solar panel fell off the roof and it crushed your neighbor's shed, right? Okay, you now have to pay for the shed. There's all kinds of pictures, there's documented evidence. That's a valid complaint. When the HOA committee managers drive around in their little car and they're like, let's invade people's privacy. Let's see, what can we get them for? What can we get them for? Let's see, okay. Ooh, this truck over here, it's parked in the driveway. Dang it, we can't take it because it's not in the street. But here we go. Here's what we'll do. We'll create a lie stating that your truck is under some kind of allegation. It's a false claim. I can't remember the verbatim that they put, but very basically, they state in their thing that it's a supposed issue. That's what it was, a supposed issue. There's no concrete evidence. There's no pictures. There's no nothing. There's no customer calling in saying, oh, I'm concerned about this. Like, oh, there's no concerned neighbor being like, oh man, hey, yeah, blah, 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 their truck, blah, blah, blah. No, there's not. You're verified multiple times and in multiple ways. There's no issue. There's never been an issue, right? So again, all the letters you're sending are violations. So when I reach out to the police and I'm like, look, okay, they're invading our privacy. It's stalking. They're harassing us. I give them criminal codes for coercion, extortion, harassment, stalking. There's like 8 different crimes that they committed. And then that's just at the state level. Here in Colorado, these are all the criminal codes, okay? Criminal code, this says you get this much jail time. You have to pay this much money to the state, right? That's a criminal code, okay? All of these criminal codes come with civil codes that we get to charge as well. So if the state gets to collect $50,000, we get to collect emotional stress, excuse me. We get to collect our fee schedule. We get to collect punitive damages, and we get to collect for emotional distress. That's a multiplier in Colorado. So the judge could be like, whatever your monetary, if they caused you $50,000 of harm, I'm going to triple that. You now get, you can get $150,000 because fraud was involved in Colorado. We automatically get treble damages. But again, if you don't know your rights, you are not going to know that, right? So again, I'm just using 50,000 as an example. Ours is a lot more than that. But $50,000 is what you get for the civil side. Fraud was involved in Colorado. You get treble damages. That's triple. But now you also get emotional distress because these people knew better. These people agreed and signed a whole bunch of stuff because they're acting as a governing agency, right? They violated federal law. They can't do that, right? They swore to uphold federal law before their own personal privacy policy, or their own personal policies, when they chose to do business in the state of Colorado, because that's in the United States. So again, all the rates that I explained to you in all those other videos over here, right? Like, I'm not just saying it because I want to say it. Like, no, this is 100% valid. So let me close YouTube now. Let me go into the Colorado Springs Police. This is the it's the Colorado Springs overview, the code of ordinances for the entirety of Colorado Springs. Your town specifically will have its own specific set of rules that it has to follow, but this is specifically what it says for Colorado Springs, which is where we live in and where the crimes that are being committed against us are happening. So again, Colorado Springs Police Department has to handle this issue. Okay, let's look at this. Now, there's 4 parts to this, okay? So please bear with me. You're probably rolling your eyes, but the first 3 parts specifically are what's important, okay? Because up here at the top, it's specifically for the chief of police duties and then the rules of regulation that they have to follow. We're not worried about that. Part 2 is officers of the department, okay? So 8.1, here we go. This is what we're looking at. This one says what police officers can do and can't do. This one is their oath of office. This one is the restrictions that are placed on officers. Okay, so what we're going to do is I'm going to read the first one to you. Okay, so police officers' authority. Okay, so persons employed by the police department as peace officers shall exercise law enforcement authority as given to peace officers by the laws of the state of Colorado. Persons employed by the police department as peace officers shall have the authority to enforce all ordinances and laws, whether federal, state, or local. So that means when I call you specifically with state codes and federal codes, that right there means that you have to enforce them, okay? This jurisdiction of any peace officer employed by the police department shall extend to all areas within the city limits upon all property owned, leased, or rented by the city in all places involving fresh pursuit, and to all places as exigencies may require as provided by municipal, statutory, or case law and public policy. So basically, if we have to come onto your property, it's for specific reasons. If we have to come onto public property, it's for specific reasons. If we have to go outside of our boundary, it's for specific reasons. We will never violate your rights. Okay, that's basically what that means. B, the police department may render assistance to members of the fire department by giving alarms in case of fire and by clearing the streets or grounds in the immediate vicinity of the fire so that members of the fire department should not be hindered or obstructed in their performance of their duties. So again, police officers can help fire department. That does not mean that we get to go and violate fire department's rights and stop them from doing their duties, okay? So keep that in mind. Oath of office. Upon issuance of the state of Colorado post certification, each officer of the police department shall take an oath to support the Constitution of the United States, the Constitution of the state of Colorado, and the charter of the city of Colorado Springs, and to faithfully perform the duties and assignments of an officer of the police department. So again, as stated up here in the first part, it states that you have to follow Constitution of the United States first, then for Colorado second, then for the city of Colorado Springs third. Okay? And then down here, I'm just going to read the first part. No no uniformed member of the police department shall neglect or refuse to perform any duty required by the ordinances of the city or the rules and regulations of the police department, or shall in the official discharge of duties be guilty of any fraud, extortion, oppression, favoritism, or other wrongful conduct. So, when I tell you I have phone call after phone call after phone call, at least 4 different phone calls recorded with the Colorado Springs Police Department where they are just continuously violating our rights. The first one was with a female officer, 32 minutes, 34 seconds. Constant, like at least 27 civil rights violations on top of it's like 15 crimes that she committed against us, right? Then another dude, a dispatcher, male dispatcher, with a different department in Colorado Springs, over 3 different phone calls violates our rights. So again, they broke the law. The law's over here, right here, specifically the ones that broke the law. They are held accountable. You are not going to know any of this because, you know, a lot of you are ignorant of the law, just like I was at one point in time. I'm not saying that's a bad thing. Like the problem is, if you stay ignorant, right? If you choose to close your ears and I don't want to listen to what you're saying, blah, 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 no, right? Like you're choosing to be ignorant, that's your fault, okay? Know your rights, stand up for your rights, defend your rights, because somebody else out there is going to try and take what is yours, right? Somebody else out there, police specifically, will deny you your rights because they feel that they can, right? So my next video is going to be a follow-up to this. Thank you all for watching. I got to create a quick short for this, but again, my name is Daddy. My channel is Learning How to Law, and I'm trying to teach you that you have rights available to you. You need to be aware of them, and you need to protect them because, well, they're yours and they're guaranteed to you. Thank you guys. Have a good one.